have a young child at home.
Okay. Have you passed your question on?
I have. Okay. Good bit.
I thought I'd just like to do a bit of karaoke while we're... I would like to make a comment first, not related to the question I was going to ask, is that I have done my bit for population growth in Australia, and Veronica and I actually have 5 children between us. So with all due respect, I really don't believe there'll be much difference. But anyway, my question is a follow-up, really a continuation of what our Buddhist friends said here, because I wonder if we truly have equality if people have a get-out-of-jail-free card. So if there are services, religious or not, sorry.
No,
Okay. If there are services, religious or not, that can opt out, then is that really equality? That's just my question.
Which one of you would like to answer that first?
I think it's a good point, and we live in a human rights jurisdiction here in the ACT, and part of that framework means that we actually have to balance certain fundamental rights that people have, and one of those is freedom of religion. So that has to be balanced with other rights, and so I think in this argument, I think it's fairly reasonable to allow the exemption in relation to marriage, Commonwealth Marriage Act, for churches, for example, to make to have their own rules around marriage, but also making sure that civil celebrants actually have to provide marriage services if they're asked to by anyone. That's really important, because we wouldn't, just to use an analogy, we wouldn't expect that a Justice of the Peace, a JP, wouldn't sign someone's document because of their race or their gender. And just in the same way, we should expect our civil celebrants to absolutely deliver those services. But if you're talking about anti-discrimination, as it applies in relation to any other issue, I think there certainly are grounds to make sure that at least that there are some religious freedoms in there, and balancing those two rights together is really important.
Actually, we don't have equality before the law in Australia, so that's something that doesn't exist. And the Constitution, while certain jurisdictions like the ACT or Victoria might have human rights legislation, as a federation, the Commonwealth's Parliament's law can trump the state and territory jurisdiction, certainly territory jurisdiction. So we don't have that presumption, and it's important to remember that we don't enjoy the presumption of equality. What I guess they're trying to do with this legislation in terms of the exceptions that are granted for religious people or civil celebrants is to say, look, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. Hopefully there'll be somebody else who will. And it's relying on market forces, I guess, to try and rectify what the presumption of equality should provide but can't provide, because we don't have that. The anti-discrimination laws can be applied, I guess, to overcome some of these issues that you talk about, or I think you raise about providing services. But the exposure draft that has been suggested creates specific and carves out specific exceptions for these sorts of services. So equality won't happen even when the legislation goes through.
I think it's a really terrific and important question that you raise. I think what we need to remember on the one hand is that the English tradition has a long history of separating church and state. There's a long history, particularly in my tradition, part of the Anglican Church, that when each interferes in the other's business, both becomes worse. So if the church interferes with the state, then it becomes corrupt, it becomes obsessed with power and influence. However, if the government interferes with religion, it gets an almighty fight on its hands, a fight that it just can't win. And it can't win simply because a fight doesn't change anybody's mind. A fight just reinforces their opinions. I would think if you want to see change within religious communities, is you've got to challenge their integrity. How you say you love God, but I can see you are not loving your neighbour. Are you taking that seriously? And I think it's at that level of integrity, of loving your neighbour, that change becomes possible. Because it gets them to look at themselves and think, am I doing this right? Otherwise, if the state intervenes too heavily, then all it will do is provoke opposition, and no one will think differently, they'll only gear up for battle.
Very wise words.
Yeah.